Good afternoon, everybody. We have the after-hour earnings that came out from Wynn. The last print was 138, and on this 3-minute chart, we hit the lows. The actual revenues weren't that bad. We hit down here right at 133. We're popping. It's a 3-minute chart after hours. We can clearly see how the stock is trading down to 134. So that's almost a $5 miss as far as stock price goes. One of the things is that on that Wynn, the preliminary number, I'm going to pull it up here in one moment and whatnot. So here we go. Here we go. The actual preliminary number on Wynn was Q2 was $1.18 versus $1.19. So that right there is a slight miss. Capital IQ consensus estimates revs at 1.53 billion and Wynn came in at 1.47 billion. So that means that there's a miss there in the revenue. And it's showing that in the after hours trade. So that's exactly what has happened. We will get more data momentarily. The conference call will be coming out. So we did miss the number. It's 135. It was down to 134. So basically for educational part one in after hour earnings, how to read the reports, how to be able to buy the dip, understand why it declined, and that at one point we hit $142 and we dropped down to $133. So the initial reaction to the number went up to 142. But look what happened.
WYNN.
We came down to 133. So we will go ahead and call this the first setup on how to trade Wynn tomorrow morning on the gap down. So basically the numbers on Wynn, just so everybody knows, it's 1 penny worse than Capital IQ consensus. Now, we're going to talk about the core part of it was net revenues from Wynn in Macau was $682.7 million for the second quarter of 2017, a 6.8% increase from the $639.3 million from the same period of 2016. Net revenues, and adjusted property EBITDA from Wynn Palace were $414.7 million and $87 million respectively. So now that we have the numbers, we're going to go ahead and add this to part of the educational series of how to trade after hour earnings, how to read the reports, and what will happen. They're going to have a conference call, and I just gave out the Las Vegas operation for $431.9 million for the second quarter of 2017. That was a 3.1% increase from $419 million for the same period in 2016. Property EBITDA from our Las Vegas operations was $132 million, an 8.1% increase from $122.3 million for the second quarter of 2017. I'm going to conclude it. We're going to watch the prices. We know that Macau was very strong, and some of the numbers were okay. Other than they did miss by $1.